In the headlines, after receiving criticism for a shameful lineup of Roots and Soul, events company St. Lucia responds to concerns expressed by ICA. The carnival judges are blasted for alleged open bias by one prominent costume designer.
We have to have a different judging pool, not just for every event, but change the judges.
And Lorraine Sidoni makes a shift from the retail sector to the post of CEO at events company St. Lucia.
This is the Hot 7 Nightly News with Lovelace and Amy Joseph.
Good evening. It is Thursday, the 25th of July, 2019. Welcome to the Hot 7 Nightly News. We're on Flow Channel 117, also being simulcast on Kiss FM 105.5 and 105.9. You can also watch on our website, www.caribbeanhottv.com, or on our free Caribbean Hot FM mobile app. I am Solange Alfred, standing in for lovely St. Amy Joseph. The chairperson of the events company of St. Lucia, Agnes Francis, sought to address concerns expressed by concerned citizen and current president of the Ayanola Council for the Advancement of Rastafari as it relates to the lineup of the Roots and Soul Festival. She explained that events company tried to get a mix of local and other artists and reggae and other genres. Lovely St. Amy Joseph reports.
The Roots and Soul lineup features international acts like UB40, Genuine, Maya, Taurus Riley, Estelle, Tamaya, Lee John, and Zamani. National acts like Sherwin Bryce, Asher Smalls, Skip Monday, and Naomi Grandison are also featured in the lineup. Concerned citizen and current president of the Ayanola Council for the Advancement of Rastafari, Aaron Alexander, made a case for more national artists in general and grassroots reggae artists in particular. In response, the chairperson of the events company of St. Lucia, Agnes Francis, says an effort was made to feature many local artists. Although she concedes that local reggae artists are not featured prominently, she says the formula for selection is fluid and there is a mix of genres.
The approach we take to the lineup is not based on different sectors. We look at what it is we want to achieve. We want to ensure that there is a healthy mix of solutions in the lineup, and I think we were successfully able to do so. This year we started off the Friday event, and the only cast that's on there that's not St. Lucian is Three Canal. Everybody, all the other acts of St. Lucian, and on every day we have St. Lucians on the lineup. So we do have, it may not be reggae this year may be the what you call them? I forgot the genre of music. It's more rock, electric type music. Yes. That we chose this year, but that's not the template we have going forward. So every year we try to identify who we think will complement a lineup.
These were the sentiments expressed by Aaron Alexander in a previous interview with Hot 7 TV News.
We're seeing Carnival is there, all soca artists is out, then you have all different kind of activities happening around Carnival, so many different fetes, wet fet hair, crazy in red, whatever they call them, and soca artists is eating all the time. And Roots and Soul is an opportunity for the reggae artists to eat a bread, and Events St. Lucia is really shafting the reggae artists in St. Lucia. And Events St. Lucia should be ashamed of themselves for the way that they're putting on this Roots and Soul. Last time around, I had to put on a one-man protest, against what was happening, and it looked like this year I'll have to do the same thing again. But only this time I'll have to get a few of the reggae artists of St. Lucia to come along to the Roots and Soul and cause a scene for Events St. Lucia to wake up.
Agnes Francis says an exit survey conducted at last year's Roots and Soul Festival helped to guide the decisions made with regard to this year's lineup.
What we do is an exit survey when people are leaving the park, and we ask who would be the top 3 persons they'd like to see. And UB40 came out as the top. So because of UB40 being a reggae band, we had to look for other content to ensure that we had that Roots and Soul repertoire that we were looking for. So it's not a cookie cutter thing. It's every year based on who we see as up and coming, who we think we need to portray. We also get we also request musicians, artists, and so to submit their bios so that we know what's available out there. So we are always ready and always willing to look at this.
The Roots and Soul Festival is slated for Friday the 23rd of August to Sunday the 25th of August at the Pigeon Island National Landmark.
Carnival, the good, the bad, and the ugly, the alleged bias, the creativity or lack thereof, and the many bans. The designer for Zuvo Carnival band, Giovanni Saint-Omer, continues to rail against the current crop of judges for Carnival, who he claims have an open bias. He delved deep into this year's Carnival as a seat on Hot 7 TV's Hot Seat. Lovely St. Amy Joseph reports.
While the judge's decision is final, Carnival costume designer Giovanni Saint-Omer is not going quietly into the night. He says it's time to challenge the status quo and demand a new crop of judges for Carnival. He does not believe that the criteria are being interpreted objectively. Saint-Omer expressed his candid views as a guest on Hot 7 TV's Hot Seat with Trisha Lionel.
We have to do like other countries, that we have to have a different judging pool, not just for every event, but change the judges. Change the judges around. Import judges. Bring in judges from St. Vincent, Barbados, all these places. Then we will see exactly who the true winners are. But you can't have the same. If you go back the past 6-7 years and go and see the judging pool, it's the same people judging every year. The same faces, the same names judging every year.
And do you think they're adequately qualified to...
I'm not saying that they're not qualified. I'm saying that maybe they're misinterpreting the criteria that they see in front of them. Because I cannot tell you that any specific person, you just take somebody that has been there for 12 years and say that person can judge. Not because the person was judging last year and year before. I say bring in professionals, bring in people from other walks of life, bring in people from other areas and put them there to judge and see what their outcome will be. This is about the criteria and understanding and interpreting the criteria. I believe there's a bias within the group of individuals that are judging the Carnival right now. There's an open bias. And it shows.
Saint-Omer says the bias was especially glaring in the Individual of the Year category.
Look what happened with us in Zuvo this year. Our queen was forced to go onto the stage that was a 2x4 stage. But every other band was encouraged to go on the ground in front of the judges. Why was that? The officials forced us onto the stage. But they didn't force anybody else. They sent them onto the big now open space that they had to perform. Our queen was too big to perform on that little 2x4 stage. The judges should have seen that. Nobody said, well, bring the queen back to perform. Nobody said that. They let us go and they let everybody else go and perform on the ground. That is unfair. You understand? These are the things I'm saying the organization has to look at.
Could this be a case of sour grapes for not winning any of the major costume titles that went to Tribe of 12? Or does Saint-Omer make valid points about getting a different perspective? He says he wants to make it clear that his issue is with the execution of judging and not with the winning band Tribe of 12 or designer Adrian Auger. In fact, he says designers like Adrian Auger are vital to the true creativity of Carnival.
Without us in Carnival, Adrian, Dylan, myself, all of us, Patio, Panty and Bra alone, that we don't want to see happen. We want to see costume come back. We want to see something happen that is unique. We want to see costuming come back. But it's difficult. It's very difficult. If we bow out, what's going to happen? Not many young people, not many people are interested in costume design and production anymore. How many people you know are actually saying, let me go and build a king, queen, let me do... There are not many people anymore. It's a handful of us left. And all of us are getting older. So I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't want him to stop, but I know we're all getting older. I'm feeling it. You know, people like Dylan, myself, we're feeling it because we're getting older, but we don't want to stop because we don't want people to say St. Lucia Carnival has no creativity, no nothing.
He is calling for Carnival to be elevated to the greatest display of creativity with objective judging. He further indicates that the millions being added to Carnival need to go toward costume designing, steel pan, and calypso tents right after Easter to boost the Carnival product come July.
Lovers of soulful music can look forward to an exceptional lineup for St. Lucia's 3rd annual Roots and Soul Festival. Performing artists like Maya, Estelle, and headliners UB40 are set to grace the stage at the Ramp and Pigeon Island National Landmark from 23rd August to 25th August. The event coordinators, event company St. Lucia, says this year's infusion will include an eclectic mix of Afro-punk, R&B, hip-hop, and reggae. Live music, great performances, and a soulful experience is promised for this year's production of Roots and Soul. Organized by Events St. Lucia, the 3-day event boasts a mixed lineup of local and international talent. Incoming CEO Events St. Lucia, Lorraine Sidoni, gives a breakdown of the event, which starts off on Friday, August 23rd at the Ramp in Rodney Bay.
At 8:30 p.m., the festival kicks off with a soulful spoken word of UK-based St. Lucian poet Kamaya Lizette, followed by Canadian-based St. Lucian hip-hop, rap, and R&B singer Asher Small, backed by other St. Lucian artists. The rootsy and soulful Naomi Grandison will keep the heightened blend of entertaining, stimulating, and world-class compositions with her brand of inspirational music. Day 1 of Roots and Soul closes off with the philosophical, ever-conscious Rapso band out of Trinidad and Tobago, 3 Canal. So tickets for that event are EC $75 or just US $30.
The excitement then moves from the Ramp in Rodney Bay to Pigeon Island National Landmark for the remainder of the 2 days, says Sidoni.
On Saturday 24th, starting at 6 p.m., homegrown folk rock band Skip Monday leads the cast, followed by award-winning songwriter, producer, and performer Nigerian superstar Tamaya, flamboyant British pop superstar Legion, and his band Imagination. The ever-provocative reggae legend Taras Riley, featuring Estelle, will bring the curtain down. Roots and Soul turns up the volume on Sunday, August 25th from 4 p.m. with St. Lucian, Canadian jazz and R&B ballader, the young, refreshingly pure yet soulful Zamani. St. Lucian Sherwin Bryce will then take the stage, followed by a super R&B duo trailblazer, Genuine and Grammy Award-winning recording artist and actress Maya.
The cherry on top the icing comes on day 3 with headlining act UB40, known for their classic hits as Red Red Wine, I Got You Babe, and Cherry Oh Baby.
The Roots and Soul Festival hits an all-time high note, transcending generations, origins, and time with showstopper, the most successful reggae group in the world, UB40. Tickets for Saturday and Sunday shows are $150 EC and US $60.
Tickets are available at the Cell outlets island-wide, Steve's Barbershop, and online at eventstlucia.com. The 2019 Roots and Soul Festival has been launched and will see 3 days of music and spoken word at the Pigeon Island National Landmark venue. Last year's staging did not attract a huge crowd, but organizers are hopeful that this year the festival will be a great success. We asked whether you agree with that sentiment. Here is what you had to say.
I thought the lineup is nice this year. I think I can look forward to it.
Lineup for the Root and Soul Festival this year, I think it's a good lineup. Because I know for sure I'm looking forward to UB40. 3 Canal is another group that I am quite very eager to actually see them, because as you said, Roots and Soul is not no kind of willy wayai. You know, it's really that you can sit down and really enjoy the music, give you some good lyrics. So for the organizers for Roots and Soul, I think you all did a good job.
The names I heard there a while ago. Taras Riley is the #1 from Jamaica. and I see the video on the beach. When I see it like Pigeon Island. And right on the causeway, and Torres Riley is an Irish youth, and he's simple. And after that one, the other guy you mentioned to me, Torres Riley and UB40. UB40 is from England. It's a Jamaican mix-up. I listened to UB40 a long time ago as a little boy growing up.
I guess they're fair enough for me. I listen to their music, so they're my jam. So I guess, yeah, it's fair.
Yes, I'm aware of the such event, the Roots and Soul. I believe it's August 25th to the 25th. I think it's like 3 days from the ramp and 2 days on Pigeon Island. I think I've heard of Torres Riley coming through, also the likes of UB40. I know Mr. Dupree will be in there as well, amongst other artists. So yes, I'm somewhat aware of it.
I'm aware of the lineup for Roots and Soul. Satisfied? It's okay. I mean, I've been talking to a lot of people and they're saying that they would pay whatever it is to go and see UB40. And I know UB40 has a great following. Their music is awesome. And, Torres Riley is doing his thing. I mean, you can't disagree with that. And the other artists are truly holding their own. So it's really interesting. At the same time, I don't know if I will make it. But I'm very interested to hear what other people's views are for after they've been to the show.
Yes, I am.
Are you satisfied?
To an extent, I'll say yes. There's Torres Riley, so as long as Torres Riley is there, I'm good.
You're watching the Hot 7 Nightly News. When we come back, a call for the government to give due recognition to the observance of Emancipation Day, and find out how 3 different agencies are partnering to ensure minimum loss of life in a mass casualty situation. That and more when we return.